Welcome back to Cyber Sea of Galilee, DSMME. And on this ferial day, it's a beautiful idea to highlight someone we all love. And if you don't know him that well, you really need to get to know him. He is one of the most modern day saints. He was about the fastest ever canonized, and he is Pope St. John Paul the Great. From Poland, lived under communism, suffered a great deal from the Nazis. On and on and on goes his life because he was born in 1920. And if you calculate world history, he was a young man at a very difficult time in Poland, in Europe, in the world, actually, in so many different ways. And yet, why today, from the Cyber Sea of Galilee, are you seeing this picture of him studying? Because that gets to our Dominican hearts. As Dominicans, our order was founded over 800 years ago to be preachers and teachers in the heart of Mother Church. Our motto is truth, veritas. And so to be able to teach truth, we have to study. And that is a great discipline. One of our great saints, St. Thomas Aquinas, you probably have heard of him, a great doctor of the church, wrote the Summa Theologiae, the Summa Contra Gentiles, on and on and on and on. And he actually called his study a crucifixion at the desk. And many times when I was studying, I would think, that is the honest truth, Thomas, and there would be tests looming and there would be whatever. And yet at the same time, it expands one's intellect and one's heart and one's whole person, because it's bringing us, truth brings us closer to God. And so St. John Paul II was a great scholar. He had an active life of the mind. The Dominicans actually taught him at the University of St. Thomas Aquinas in Rome, also known as the Angelicum. And so he learned under some of the best, Garrigou, Lagrange, etc. And we could go on and on that particular topic. But what I want to say today is, how is your spiritual reading? How is your mental development? Are you studying? Do you pick up the Bible and actually read it and meditate on it? Do you pick up really good religious books and study so you can know the faith more? Because to know more about the faith is to love the faith more. To know more about God is to love God more. And isn't that what ultimately we all desire? As St. John of the Cross says, in the evening of life, we will be judged on love. How do we love God more? At the evening, the end of our lives, how do we love God more? We love him by knowing more about him. And so I think this is just a beautiful day to stop and say, am I taking the opportunities that God gives me to put aside time every single day to pray, definitely, and also to do some spiritual reading, we call it. Some reading of something that will elevate me. Perhaps you're a student and you're studying other things that you have to study. Those are good too. My biology studies always made me think of God. God made this. So it's so clear. God made everything that lives. So it's so clear to me that this is part of creation. And this, he says, is good. So let us praise God on this beautiful day and really consider if we should put aside some time every day and try to dedicate it definitely to prayer, obviously, but also to some kind of study or good reading. And I'll be there with you as you do it. How's that? And I will pray for you today that you will be able to do that more and more. May God bless you. Stay in the heart of Mary next to her son. Signing off from Cyber Sea of Galilee, DSMME, with St. John Paul II pulling us homeward.